Hey Pisces, I hope you're doing fantastic and was right side up. All right, so you have the Six of Cups. So I said it could be about anything in Pisces. What's on your mind? Is it love on your mind? Is it an ex? Is it just happy times? Hey, you know what? We have a new start here, but I am thinking about something possibly old, or maybe just reminiscing on last year and debating on how you want this year to go, changes you want to make, people you want to bring back, people maybe you want to no longer have communication with. But the Six of Cups is considered a reconciliation type card. Okay, again, I'm not going to make this read specifically about that, but the Six of Cups is definitely thinking about somebody, being nostalgic, looking back, wondering, on what is this person up to, or the situation. It could be, a family member, it could be a past lover, it could be a past lifestyle, whatever it is, but it's literally like the simple joys and kind of coming in and having a freedom or an innocence about you when it comes to reminiscing. So maybe even if it's thinking about a past lover or a past person or a family member you haven't spoken to, whatever it is for you, okay, this is a good thing in the fact that there's not a negative connotation behind it. Does that make sense? There's no, you're able to think or feel about this person or situation freely in a way that you can enjoy it without being gunked up by the negativity. As the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is your current position, which is pleasure, bliss, fulfillment, thinking about it's wishful thinking. But it's making wishes, and it's not wishing like, oh, I want all my dreams to come true, and which of course we all do, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But this is more of a legitimate, like practical. These are the things I'm hoping for. It's kind of like you're riding this high of, and so you're riding that upward swing of, hey, I want really good things for myself and my family and my kids, and who doesn't? But this time I'm going, I'm pushing it a step further and saying, hey, this is wish fulfillment. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to manifest what I want, whether it's a job, a person, a better life, better finances. This is definitely you. The next card you have is how you're feeling. And you have the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. So you could be dealing with the Cancer, but you could have Cancer placements in your chart. But the Cancer is about self-identification. It's about figuring out where you're going. It's forward momentum. So Pisces, regardless of what you're doing or where you're going, you want to move forward. So whether it's forward with a particular person, forward with a particular career, changing things up completely, whatever it is, the Chariot doesn't move unless somebody's in control and driving and holding the reins, right? You don't have to have two people to drive that Chariot. It can be one. However, for a lot of you, you want that second person. You want that other person holding the reins, being in that togetherness. But in order to have that happen, you know that you both have to be on the same path. So if you are thinking about somebody from the past, or if you're talking to somebody new, or if you're just thinking about family in general, or career, or whatever it is where you're heading, you're looking at the smoother path. How do I kind of work out the kinks? Where do I figure out, where the potholes are so I don't hit them as hard this year? Maybe, find the solutions to closing the gap. But the Chariot is definitely saying moving forward, making movement, whether it's movement with a past person, whether it's movement in a career, whatever it is forward momentum, and you're feeling very, very highly of it, very strongly, that you're going to head in the right direction. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years. Could be throughout your childhood. And you have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about success. It's about achievement. It's about pride. It's about feeling good. This is like once upon a time. They're telling me that, hey, Pisces, once upon a time you felt this, or once upon a time you knew the direction you were going. You knew the direction the Chariot was going. And then somewhere along the way, it got lost. And now you found your way again. And that's where the forward momentum is coming in. Even if you're not there, or even if you don't know how you're going to get there precisely, figuring it out. You're figuring out, what are my hopes and dreams? What have I wanted? What have I dreamt about? I mean, this could be, something, having kids or getting married, to quitting my job and going for something that I've wanted the rest of my life, even if it means I'm, house poor, but I'm heart happy. This is all encompassed, and the universe is reminding you that you can achieve these goals. You can have that success, as long as you're being true to yourself, and as long as you're going for what you truly want. There is forward momentum when your sights are set on something that makes sense to you, that works, not something that you feel forced to do, not something that you feel obligated to do. I mean, yeah, we're most of us are obligated to make money to survive, or take care of our children, or take care of our fur babies. That's a given. But there's wiggle room in every part of that life, in every part of your aspirations. So just remember that you can still achieve the successes, even if it takes a little bit, or even if it feels like you're dreaming at points, you can still move forward with it. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or two, and you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is decision making, but it's not decision making on just do I want coffee or tea? Do I want wine or beer? Do I want whatever it is for you? You get my point. The Two of Swords is a major decision. Does this person belong in my life? Does this person do they suck up my energy, or do they invoke my energy? Do they invoke the fire, the passion? Does this job, does this lifestyle, the decision here with the Two of Swords is something that is so strong. It's heart and head, or it's practical, non-practical. The Two of Swords is about making a major decision, or guess what? You hit a stalemate, and you're tired of stalemates, Pisces. I can tell, this is saying, I'm tired of the indecision. I'm tired of the stagnation. I want to move forward. The Two of Swords is a fear of moving forward. I'm not moving forward. I'm not making decisions about life. This was a few months ago. Now you're in the presence of, I know what I want, and I want to move forward, even if it's moving forward with the past, even if it is reconciling with somebody, or even if it is, taking a job that maybe you don't want to get to the greater good, or to get to something else you do want. The object here, Pisces, is that you're moving forward with a purpose. I mean, literally, you are actually at the point where this indecision doesn't really matter, because you've made up your mind. Now, do you feel completely confident in it? No, probably not. Will it take a minute to get there? Yes. But are you finally making decisions based on what feels good in your gut, and what feels good in your energy and your surroundings, and what's good for you and your kids and your family and your fur babies and your lifestyle? Yes. So this is you making the decision to go ahead and move forward. The next card you have is the Two of Pentacles. So 2 may be a number that's something significant for you, because literally the Two of Pentacles is about balance, priorities, change. So over the next few months, that's what you're going to be experiencing, or that's what you're going to be looking at. Priorities, balance, change. How can I fulfill what I want, my dreams, my goals? Being practical and understanding that it takes time, that it, takes sometimes financial, bigger financial steps, or a gain share, almost, so to speak, gaining momentum financially. But the Two of Pentacles is saying, I'm figuring out where I want to go, and I'm keeping that that flow going. It's not that you're going to jump into something and be like, I'm raring to go, because you're being very practical about it. But at the same time, you're not going, well, I'll never get there anyway, so I'll just stick where I am. Or I'll never see this person again, so I'll just stick where I am. Or I'll never, whatever it is. For some people, they're telling me that there's all sorts of, there's wheels spinning right now, because they're showing me this person who's like, okay, well, I want to lose weight, but I'm not going to hit the gym and all of a sudden take major cardio classes. I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes and be like, hey, that's better than I was doing yesterday, right? So by God, so the Two of Pentacles is about gaining some sort of balance, and understanding that it does take time to reach those goals, but then having those priorities that you gain and gain and gain richness and fulfillment in all aspects of your life. The next card you have is your immediate future. So, and you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a resting place. It's a completion. It's a knowing where you're going, knowing what you want. So this could be meeting with somebody, reconciling with somebody, starting over again with somebody. Again, a first completion of even communication. It could be, I mean, this is happiness. It could be that you're meeting somebody new. Hell, Pisces, this could just be that you have found a new house and bought it. You have found a new career and love it. You have reconnected with your children, maybe you were feeling disconnected with, or family. This is just a newfound happiness that you're kind of like, I see this person or this situation or this career in my life, and it makes sense, because the Four of Wands is about, again, happiness, completion, about a resting place, feeling confident and feeling comfortable in the decisions you're making now for the future and what you want. Look, if you want to be with somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, then maybe this is the time when you actually reach out and say, hey, you know, I want to make this happen. We're good together. We're a good team. Or if this is about, you know, reconnecting with a family member, same thing. Or if this is about not ever being with that person again and living the single life or meeting new people, this is about learning to reconnect on a level that maybe you haven't had to in a long time. The next card you have is how your anything tangible, how your month's gonna go, and this is temptation, but also the Seven of Cups is not just temptation, and it's not necessarily like, ooh, Adam and Eve temptation, like you're tempted for something that you shouldn't be, but this is like wishful thinking and dreaming. So the biggest thing here, Pisces, is that shoot for your dreams, okay? But make sure that they're realistic. If you want to reconcile with somebody, then reconcile on the knowing that there's going to be you know, good times and bad, or that there's going to be hard steps. They're showing me, but I'm having a hard time saying it. Like it's going to take work. Okay, it's step by step. It isn't all going to be roses and rainbows. But this is also about, you know, if you this is about being careful about okay, the wishful thinking and the temptation of getting back into the old lifestyle, getting back into the old. This is new. This is something new coming in. Not necessarily a new person. The reason I keep saying that is because of that Six of Cups, which again, like I said, usually means somebody coming back in, a nostalgic, a reconciliation. But you're keeping it balanced. So my qualm here, or whatever, however you want to say it, my caution here is, if you decide that you want to get back together with somebody, or if you decide that, you know, a family member, a friend, or somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, or somebody new you're meeting, if you decide that, you know, hey, I care about them, or there's a good energy here and I want that energy in my life, just make sure that you keep your balance. Because the one thing you don't want is to be thrown off balance. There was this roller coaster. It wasn't ebbing and flowing necessarily. And this is saying, okay, you know, make sure that if they come back and they tell you how they feel and that, oh, they're so in love with you and they miss you, that it's something that's going to ebb and flow in your life. If it's, again, a new job or a new person, make sure it's something that doesn't throw you off balance, because I feel like it's going to be, you know, it's going to be about an abundance for you guys, but keeping it balanced. Not the chaos, no drama. We're not doing that right now. We're not doing that. Hopefully, I mean, you might have it up and down a little bit. Everybody's going to, right? Let's be honest. But this is about keeping balance and keeping in check and not giving into the immediate reaction of, they text me or they called me or I called them or I text them, and you know what I mean? Like, take it slow. Make sure that you're making tactful decisions and not reacting, if that makes sense. All right. The next card you have is the Four of Pentacles, and this is how you're feeling throughout the rest of the month. Four of Pentacles is feeling like taking your heart back. So that's what I'm talking about, being realistic here. The forward momentum is what you're looking for, but the forward momentum in a balanced, priority-driven way is the best way right now, because the Four of Pentacles is a feeling of poverty, but because you're being possessive with your heart, a feeling of, well, I'm not finding the person I love, or I'm not getting the person back that I love, or they don't want to be with me, or whatever the case may be, or I'm not finding the job I want. The Four of Pentacles is about restricting something because you're on the defense, or because you're feeling it's not deserving. So again, that comes back to my point of the balance. The Four of Pentacles is possessing that coin or possessing that heart chakra and saying, no, you can't have my coin right now because I'm not feeling safe or comfortable, or because I'm tempted, or because I feel like, you know, this is wishful thinking. And for some of you, it's in your head. And I'm not saying that it's not realistic. I'm just saying, or that this can't happen. I'm just saying for some of you, the cautionary tale of worrying about it is in your head, of feeling like, oh, this will never work, is in your head, and therefore you're holding back or gripping harder to the coin than you ever have before, when in reality, maybe now it's time to let loose a little bit. The next card you have is the Hierophant, which is Taurus's card, okay? Now this is anything hopes and fears to the outcome of the month, and the Hierophant is about not necessarily a religious aspect, but a little bit. Like I said, it's Taurus's card, so you could have Taurus placements in your chart, could be dealing with a Taurus, but this is self-improvement, education, you know, meditating, self-well-being, self-help, those types of things. So that Hierophant is, again, working on yourself, making sure that things are where they need to be, the balance, the priorities. Again, not worrying about making a decision and sticking with it. The Hierophant is saying, continue on a healthy, driven, they keep telling me healthy mental, healthy stability, healthy just well-being. And the Hierophant is saying, like, that's even regaining your spirituality. Even if it's going back to the universe or God or things that you believed in that now maybe you've been pulled from, or you've had doubts, or you've kind of been angry with spirituality or that type of situation. The Hierophant is like pulling you back in and saying, look, I've always had your back. The universe has always had your back, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even if you're like, fuck you, I don't feel like anybody has my back. In reality, it's been there this whole time. Maybe you're just now seeing it again. Oh, well, here we go. Again, I didn't want to make this completely about love, because obviously I'll be doing that and bringing that back into the aspect of it. But the Six of Cups, here you have twice, okay? And the Six of Cups is that reconciliation card. So Pisces, for a lot of you, there is somebody on your mind, and maybe it's time to reach out, or maybe they need to reach out, or maybe you need to reach out. If this is somebody that you truly feel is supposed to be in your life, and somebody that you truly feel is the person for you, and you can have that balance with, you can have that nostalgia without pointing fingers, or the anger, or the hurt, or the betrayal feelings, then now may be the time. Maybe new year, new you, and new them. Because again, you have the Six of Cups twice, and the Six of Cups does represent that nostalgia, that looking back and thinking about this person and wondering about this person. Now it's crowned by the Empress, and the Empress is a maternal, paternal. Maybe you're wanting kids. Maybe you guys wanted kids. Maybe you had kids. Maybe there's, you know, maybe somebody's pregnant. But the Empress is definitely a maternal, paternal feeling or type energy. On the same token, though, this is somebody who's very compassionate. This is somebody who is radiant, and this is somebody who is very one with the universe, and one with where they're going and what they're up to. And I feel like that's something a lot of you have been working on, is kind of that, what does Pisces want, and what does Pisces deserve, and where are we going? But I really feel like some of you are missing somebody, or somebody is missing you deeply, because the Empress represents somebody who's coming in to be loving, somebody who's coming in to be caring, somebody who's coming in to appreciate, or that's you representing you being somebody who has that type of energy, or you wanting to bestow that energy onto people. Could be one person, it could be several people, it could be, you know, just kind of, I almost, oh, sorry, a bunch of cards just fell out. I almost feel like reconciling with the universe. And again, like I talked about the spirituality with the Taurus card, I feel like it's reconciling with the universe, reconciling with people, reconciling with just life in general. And the Empress is kind of telling me that some of you are ready to just say, hey, you know, I'm ready for greatness, whether that's new people in my life, whether that's just in enjoying and appreciating the people I have in my life in general, or my career, whatever it is. The Empress is creating and very radiant about life in general. Now, you have the Three of Wands, which is clarifying this as well, which is virtue, but at the same time, the Three of Wands is also growth, partnership, planning. This is two people coming together, making something happen. So while this is not necessarily a reconciliation read, this is definitely, it's interesting because I had two pop out and this one is on the bottom. This is definitely, the Three of Wands is about the growth between two people partnering. Now, this could be work, this could be your kids, this could be family member, but I do authentically feel, Pisces, that there's somebody laying in wait, or there's somebody that you have wanted to talk to or wanted to have that connection with again, and it's been a while, and I feel like now may be the time, or within time, this is what's going to come to fruition, especially with that Three of Wands, because that is, again, like two people planning some sort of growth. Now, you have the Knight of Wands here, which is somebody rushing in. It's somebody who's very energetic, very daring. So it's either you or them, but somebody's going to make a move, whether it's, you know, a new person, an old person, a job. There is forward momentum coming in. Again, like I said with the Chariot, but the Knight of Wands even furthers that, because the Knight is dashing and daring, and I know what I want, and I'm ready for this, and I'm ready to step up to the plate, or I'm ready to engage in something new or something old, whatever it is. And again, I keep saying old because of the Six of Cups that represents, you know, that type of coming together. Now, you have the Universe or the World card, talking about, you know, this is a completion. So this is a completion of a cycle. And for some of you, I think it's completion of a cycle of being single. I think you'll end up finding yourself in a relationship, I think, by most of your birthdays, whether it's new or old. And also, this is about abundance and belonging and feeling like very accomplished. And I think this is also career-wise. Pisces have done really well lately in the sense of their career. And I feel like this is something that's going to continue for you for a long time. So I think this all encompasses moving forward in several aspects of your life. But for whatever reason, there is somebody from your past, or there is somebody who's kind of, you know, in the wings, maybe somebody you talk to occasionally, maybe somebody you have no contact with at all, but for whatever reason, it is finding its way back into your energy. I don't necessarily think it's bad because you have the Three of Wands. It may be something that you're in the realm of starting over. If not, then it's something that you'll, you know, close and complete. Whoa, a bunch of cards are falling out. If not, it's something that you'll close and complete the cycle, but you're still moving forward, and you still have big goals, big dreams, things that you're, you know, interested in. All right, so you have confidence. Okay, so you have the cone, confidence. So this is saying, Pisces, I mean, if you want it, go get it. Regardless of if it's a person, and some of you are going to be like, oh, fuck, they don't want to talk to me. They want nothing to do with me. Well, I mean, I guess you can try again and find out, or you can wait it out. Maybe they're going to be contacting you, but in the end, having confidence and believing in whatever it is you want, whatever it is you want for this year, that's the real story here, is you can have whatever you want. There are big things coming. The world is your oyster. Remember that. Then you have Piper and the Ghosties. Stand up for what you believe in and never let others steal your joy. So stand up for what you believe in and never let others steal your joy. And that's it. See? Give that heart away a little bit more, Pisces. Some of you may be a little guarded, but it doesn't have to be your whole heart, but could be a smile, could be a handshake, could be a kiss, could be fun. I think really good things are coming for you guys. That Six of Cups, man, I'm telling you what, this is somebody, this is maybe divine timing, twin flame, destiny. Never let others steal your joy. Maybe it's somebody brand new. It's going to change your life unbelievable ways. But like I said, you have the whole world in your hands. All right, Pisces.